in me, baby, a virtuous wife. That's what I desire to be. The number of your days shall be double. A virtuous wife, I rejoice in me. You shall fulfill your years in peace. Pillar of rest you can find in me. Your virtuous wife, I desire to be. Whether rich or poor, as long as you have good heart towards the Lord, will be your portion. You and I rejoice in love, in happiness, in righteousness, a virtuous wife. That's what I desire to be. The number of your days shall be double. A virtuous wife, I rejoice in me. You shall fulfill your years in peace. Pillar of rest you can find in me. Your virtuous wife, I desire to be.
What's real, and what ain't. I've been gone, now I'm here. Now what's real, and what ain't. I've been good, can't complain. I got the spiritual.
We good? Okay, all praises. Oh, praises. We might have to go back over this because this is this is the what's it called? The foundation of the class. So we on IUSC Oklahoma, right? And we on Facebook. We good? Okay, all praises. Sorry about that, man. You know how the enemy is trying to keep us down. They don't want us to fix ourselves. They want to keep us in this this crisis, right? They want to keep us in sin. They want to keep us in this crisis. But guess what? The God's laws is the crisis intervention.
That's right.
All right. So let's go back to crisis as a definition. We're gonna run through these. So with this, it's a cause, effect, and there's a solution to these problems. All right. The cause is what creates the crisis, which is sin. Right. Give me Deuteronomy 28:15 right quick. This is where we started the crisis. Okay. Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 15.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15.
Come on.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So Moses warned us. Moses warned our behind that, listen, if you don't keep the commandments, all of these curses is going to pursue you and overtake you. What has happened? We have been consumed, we've been pursued, and we've been overtaken in sin. So all these curses have came upon the nation of Israel, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, all right? In which did what? Created a crisis. Going through slavery was a crisis. It happened. It wasn't something that we was living every day. It happened abruptly. Boom. It happened. Now we in chains. Sub-Saharan slave trade, transatlantic slave trade. We got scattered all four corners of the earth, right? Go back to the definition of crisis so we can get the what's it called? The context of what I'm talking about. Go ahead.
Crisis.
What is a crisis? Go ahead.
A time of intense difficulty, trouble. Or danger.
That's what happened. That sin created the crisis that happened. That means it's something that happens abruptly as an emergency, right? Read a couple of those, the first line of these similar words to crisis.
Catastrophe.
Catastrophe. Slavery was a catastrophe. Come on.
Calamity.
It was calamity. We still living in calamity today. The things that we going through. Right? Come on.
Cataclysm.
Come on.
Emergency.
That was an emergency. Come on.
Disaster. Predicament.
In the predicament. Look at the predicament that we in today. We are the bottom of society. Right? We at the worst schools. We have the worst health care. We have the worst mental care. We at the bottom of everything. All right? All right, go to the next definition. Give me abnormal behavior. Abnormal behavior. Now, listen. I'm going to tell y'all straight. These definitions come from psychological books. Right. All right? These terms are created because of us, because of the predicament that we're in. All right? They actually put these definitions, they create theories, they create terms for us. This whole psychological books is talking about us. All right? But guess what? We still don't have anybody that look like us to give us therapy, to give us counsel for the things that we went through. We went from slavery to society. Right. Nobody came and fixed us after that. We just had to just cope, nigga, cope, live, nigga.
Figure it out.
Hey, Cap,
figure this out.
I got a question. So you just said that the definitions you about to read, the books and stuff, that this is so-called white man, right?
This is the white man, absolutely.
So they see our abnormal crisis. They see, like the other nations, they see us in this state, and they know it's abnormal. They know that, damn, this ain't right. They look at us as a shaking of the head.
No, they don't look at it as it ain't right. They look at it as, okay, yeah,
right.
We see the success of what we put them through as the results. Yeah.
I got that. I was talking about for as they understand that this is abnormal, like how we living.
Absolutely.
Because they got the definitions.
Absolutely.
And they know we living like this. So you mean to tell me the voting, going to them, voting,
means
it ain't gonna help?
It means nothing. It means absolutely nothing. Our people actually really think that voting does something, and it doesn't. It hasn't done anything. You know, it can't fix the trauma that we went through in slavery. It can't fix any of that, right? No matter if you put a black president, no matter who it is, they can't fix anything that we're going through. The only thing that fixes us is the Bible. Go to that definition. Abnormal behavior. And the reason why the things that we're going through now is abnormal because we're not supposed to be living like this. Right. We are the sons of God. Right? We are the children of Israel. We are that peculiar people. We're not supposed to be acting like we're acting now. Go ahead, read on.
The American Psychological Association defines abnormal behavior as behavior that is atypical or statistically uncommon.
Statistically uncommon. Come on.
Within a particular culture.
With a what?
Within a particular culture.
Within a particular culture. This means all cultures don't go through this. Particular cultures, right? Come on.
Or that is maladaptive or detrimental to an individual or those around that individual.
That's us. We're living in abnormal the crisis is the results of the crisis created the abnormal behavior. It created it. So us being in sin put us in a crisis. Slavery. Right? Now we have to live through society with that on our conscience, with that we never recover from that. Thank God we're God chosen people because no other nation would survive something like that we went through. Period. Right? At all. We've been through so much. But through that slavery, through coming through society, living in America or anywhere in this world, this sinful world, we've created abnormal behavior. We still haven't gotten ourselves back to who we used to be. All right, come on. Is it more to that?
I think that was it on that one.
Was that it? Now give me crisis intervention. And then after that, I want the 4 principles. Now, what are the solutions to that? All right? What is the solution to a crisis? You got it? Give me the definition. Give me this afterwards. Give me the actual definitions that I showed you. And we can read that a little bit. There we go. Go ahead.
Crisis intervention is a short-term management technique designed to reduce potential permanent damage.
It says, hold on. It says crisis intervention is a short-term management technique designed to reduce potential permanent damage. Right. Come on.
Damage to an individual affected by a crisis.
Now, that's an individual, but look at us as a culture. We've been in a, listen, this is a short-term management technique. This is a technique, right? So what will be us as God-chosen people? What will be our crisis intervention? The commandments. Right. That's what's going to heal. That's what's going to heal us, all right? That is the technique. This is the long-term technique, not short-term. The commandments is the long-term management technique, all right? Let's continue to read on.
A crisis is defined as an overwhelming event.
It said a crisis is defined as an overwhelming event. Come on.
Which can include divorce.
Which includes divorce, which is what? A crisis. How many households, like you, just imagine, I was in class and I did we did a, what's it called? Not a presentation, but we had a group project. And we had a formal crisis, and we had to put it in a predicament. And we did divorce. Bro, it's so many variables to what happened in a state of divorce in the black community. You know what I'm saying? You went from your kids growing up, seeing two parents, and then the father just one day he gone. You know what I'm saying? He gone. Or it could have been domestic violence happening that caused the divorce. It could be anything. It could be infidelity, many things that happen that causes that divorce. But look at the effects of it. Yeah, the ripple effect not only the parents, but most importantly the kids.
Hey, Cap.
Yep.
So today we have fallen so low that today we have divorce parties. They celebrate.
Yep.
The destruction of the household, the destruction of our marriages.
Absolutely. Yep. And guess what? In America, the blacks represent the highest rate of divorce, which entails that we are the highest rated demographic of single parent households. So just imagine these kids being brought up. When we see the results, most of our neighborhoods most of the young men and women right now is being raised by single parent households. And it causes so much destruction to our community, and it's by design. The so-called white men have used us against each other to where now we don't want to marry the same race. We don't want to marry our sisters. And they don't want to marry us. That's an issue, all right? Now go to the 4 principles of it, and we're going to get into it. The 4 principles of, the basic principles of crisis intervention. You got it? Pull it up and zoom in on it. What happened to it? There we go. Zoom in if you can. All right, just read it right there. Let's read it right there.
Crisis intervention, preventive care for traumatic stress. The basic principles of crisis intervention are to intervene immediately after the event and stabilize the victim or the community.
It says the basic principle of crisis intervention are 1, to intervene immediately after the event and stabilize the victim or the community. Come on.
Number 2, To facilitate understanding of what has happened.
To facilitate understanding of what has happened. Come on.
3, to focus on problem solving within the realm of what is possible for the victim.
Come on.
And 4, to encourage self-reliance to restore a sense of independent functioning.
So, what out of all these 4 things, what can go within those 4 things? These things are to help us, right? The Bible covers all of this. The Bible covers all 4 of those principles, all right, to fix us. It intervenes immediately, all right? It can get, listen, just think about how we came into the truth. The Bible intervened. The scriptures intervened, right? Come on. It says to facilitate understanding of what happened. We got to know where we came from. We got to know what happened to us, which was what? We went into slavery on slave ships. We are the bottom of society, right? So all these things the Bible dictates. I mean, the Bible tells us everything we went through. It says focus on problem solving with the realm of what is possible for the victim, which what? The commandments does what? It shows us how to move. It shows us how to deal with our brothers. It shows us how to deal with our wives and our children, right? Come on. And it says to encourage self-reliance to restore a sense of independent function. And it restores us. Give me that where it says Psalms 107. Psalms 107 and 20. You got it?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Book of Psalm chapter 107 and verse 20.
Come on.
He sent his word.
He did what?
He sent his word.
He sent the word. He sent the solution to us. He sent his word to keep us in order, to build us up spiritually. He sent us the word of God. You sent his word. Come on.
He sent his word and healed them.
And the word of God is what heals us. The word of God is what's going to heal us from what? Our crisis. This is the crisis intervention, the commandments of God. This is what's going to heal us from our abnormal behavior, is the word of God. Come on.
And delivered them from their destruction.
And this is what's going to deliver us from our destruction. This is what's going to keep us from continuing in abnormal behavior. So why is it abnormal behavior a big deal? Because we're not supposed to act like this. Right? Give me Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. How are we supposed to be acting? Right? Why is abnormal behavior is the total opposite of how you're supposed to act. The other nations know that we are in abnormal behavior because they the one who put us, they the one that set up the system that way. They know we're out of bounds. They know we're not in our character that we're supposed to be in because they know we are the children of God. They know that if we wake up, that it's done for their kingdom. Right. And we're waking up every day. More and more of us is waking up, all right? You got that?
Yes, sir.
Come on.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6.
107. Oh, yeah, 7 to 6. Go ahead.
Verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
God said, you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you are holy people to the Lord. Come on.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
A special people. Are special people supposed to be selling dope to one another?
No, sir.
A special people supposed to be knocking up a sister, leaving kids, living up with the kids, and you go do your own thing. Is that a special people? Is that acting like one? Absolutely not. Come on.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
We are supposed to be above all people on the face of the earth. And we so caught up in the matrix, we so caught up in our crisis that we don't even consider that we're God-chosen people. We don't even consider that we are above all the nations. But we are. Even after all the abnormal behavior, the crisis that we're going through, God still said, I still chose you. Because you got to get yourselves up out of this, right? Use my words to get you up out of it. Come on. Keep reading.
Verse 7. The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because you are more in number than any people.
Come on.
For you were the fewest of all people.
We was the what?
Fewest of all people.
We were the fewest of all people. Come on.
Verse 8. But
Now, go to Deuteronomy 4 and 5. Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 5. I'm just reading to you, to our people, that we're not supposed to be acting like this. And we're going to go through some abnormal behaviors. The reason why we're in these things and how we built that abnormal behavior throughout society, right? Go ahead, you got it?
the book of Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 5.
Come on.
Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my God commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whether ye go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them.
We're supposed to be keeping the commandments and doing them. No matter where we're at, no matter what happened, we're supposed to be keeping the commandments and doing them. Period. That's what heals us. Come on.
For this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nation.
This is what?
This is your wisdom and your understanding.
This is our wisdom and understanding what?
In the sight of the nation.
In the sight of the nation. So that means what? This is our wisdom. This is what we're supposed to be keeping. This is what's going to make it to where we navigate through this wicked ass world that we're in right now. This is how we turn away from abnormal behavior to our normal state as the Israelites. Come on.
For this is your wisdom and understanding in the sight of the nations.
Come on.
Which shall hear all these statutes and say,
Come on.
surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
They supposed to be looking at this. This is a wise and understanding people right here. They know that because you know why? They steal our inventions. They steal all of them. And they make it themselves. Listen, Esau ain't did nothing for himself. Nothing. Esau ain't did nothing. He stole everything from us. Everything that we use today has been created by our people. Majority of everything that's created has been created from our people. Right? They know that we're wise people, but they can take advantage of us by us being in the midst of sin. By them continue to upgrade the matrix that we're in. That's what they're doing. They're upgrading all the time the technology of the matrix that we're living in. Because a matrix is what? You living in a society that don't even exist. That's what a matrix is. We bottle up in a society that don't even really exist to us, but we think it's real. We think it's real. You know what I'm saying? We have to get out of the matrix. We have to get out of it. You have something to say, Danielle?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Because there's a scripture that's profound, and we have to, when we're talking to our brothers and sisters, we have to bring this out. You mind if I get a scripture real quick?
Go ahead.
1 Kings 8 and 47. Because coming out of this matrix, coming out of this toxic environment, this way of thinking, we have to understand that we're not black. We're not African American. We're not Hispanic. We're not Native American, right? We're the Israelites according to the Bible. That's our God-given name. Give me 1 Kings.
The book of 1 Kings chapter 8 and verse 47. Yet if they shall bethink themselves in the land whither they were carried captives, and repent and make supplication unto thee in the land of them that carried them captives.
So understand, black man, Hispanic man, Native American man, you are an Israelite. You have to bethink. You have to remember who you are in order to break the chains, right? In order to come out of this matrix that Cap is talking about. That's it.
Yep. Go back. Deuteronomy 4. Start at verse 6 again.
Verse 6.
Yep.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 6.
Come on.
Keep therefore and do them. For this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations.
The commandments is our wisdom and understanding. Come on.
Which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
Come on.
For what nation is there so great?
What nation is there so great? Come on.
Who have God so nigh unto them?
For God to take a chosen people, what nation is so great? To bring him close to him. Come on.
As the Lord your God is in all things that we call upon him for.
Come on.
And what nation is there so great that hath statutes and judgments so righteous as all this law.
It said, what nation is there so great that have statutes and judgments so righteous as all this law? Meaning that the laws and statutes was given to a particular nation of people from God himself. Not to everybody, to God himself. Come on.
So righteous as all this law, which I set before you this day.
Come on.
Only take heed to thyself, and keep thy soul diligently, lest thou forget the things which thine eyes have seen.
And that's what we have done. We have forgot all of this. We have forgot all of these things, man. We got to come back to laws, statutes, and commandments. We are the pillars of this earth, right? Come on.
And lest they depart from thy heart all the days of thy life, but teach them thy sons and thy sons' sons.
We're supposed to be teaching this to our sons and our sons. So this is supposed to be a trickle-down effect of us teaching our kids the law so they won't go away from it. But what are they teaching our kids now? What are we doing? Sports. You know what I mean? Sports. What else? Christianity. Ratchetness.
Everybody want to be rappers.
Everybody want to be a rapper. Everybody want to be everything outside of God's chosen people. Everybody want to be everything outside of the Israelites. Right. But that's who you are. You got to come back to that. Give me First Peter 2:9. The commandments is our crisis intervention. This is the solution of the management to come in and pull us out of the crisis. But we got to identify what is the crisis. Come on.
The book of 1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 9. But ye are a chosen generation.
God said what?
Ye are a chosen generation.
We are a chosen generation. Come on.
A royal priesthood.
A royal priesthood. Come on.
And holy nation. A peculiar people.
A what?
A peculiar people.
A peculiar and set apart people. That's who we are. So the things that we're going through right now is contrary to what we're supposed to be. That's why we're doing abnormal behavior stuff. The things that we're going through is abnormal. The nations know that. They put it in their books. They study it. They build theories on our demises. That's what they do. They build theories on our demise. And we sit there and we don't have a damn clue what's going on. Right. Come on.
A peculiar people, that ye should show forth the praises of him who hath called you out of darkness into his marvelous light.
Right. So let's go back. Let's go. So this is some crises that we go through. Slavery. All right. Slavery was a crisis. All right. Very huge crisis. Give me Deuteronomy 28:68.
Hey, Cap, before you get Deuteronomy 68, can I get Romans 3?
Go ahead.
Just because you were going over that the law is what boosts us up. That's what gets us out of the crisis. And then you went into how we use other things to get us out of that. And you see these entertainers, once they get into that state, they get the money, they get the fame, and you would think like that's going to change everything for them. But it's their mental state that crashes it all. They end up on drugs. They end up doing the worst thing, but not understanding this. Start at verse 1. I want 1 and 2.
The book of Romans chapter 3 and verse 1. What advantage then hath the Jew?
Knowing who you are, that's the advantage. Knowing that you're the greatest people on the earth because God said so and he made it so, that's number one advantage. Read.
Or what profit is there of circumcision?
Read.
Much every way.
This is the advantage. This is the protection. This is what's going to clean us up and get you in that right state to actually enjoy what you're doing here in this world. Read.
Chiefly because that unto them were committed the oracles of God.
And it's only because we have laws that make us better. Any emotional, physical problem that you may have or encounter in life, the Bible is going to explain it. Just like what we read last night on Fix Your Face. Romans chapter 15 and 4. What our forefathers went through, we could read it to fix our lives, our marriages, our ways as men, fathers, husbands, all the above. Go ahead, Cap.
Right. So let's go through some things as far as what causes some of our abnormal behavior. All right. Go to let's talk about divorce or single parent households. All right. Pull up that article I gave you about divorce in the black community. And I'm using divorce, as a catalyst because a lot of our people aren't getting married at all. You know what I'm saying? They cool with being baby daddy and baby mama. They cool with those things, right? Co-parenting. Yeah, or co-parenting, right? So I want to cope that into single parent household, and whether it's male or female, it don't matter. But go down, page 2. I think did I say the second paragraph? Is that what it is? I'll post it in the group. That's page 2. First 2 paragraphs. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, read that.
It says the family patterns of African Americans are distinctive in many ways. Compared with Caucasians, African Americans are less likely to marry and more likely to have children outside of marriage.
Think about it. Listen to the article. It says the family patterns, meaning it happens over and over again. This is a pattern of events that happens, right? Go ahead.
African Americans also report lower levels of relationship quality and are more likely to end their marriages in divorce.
Meaning sometimes we marry on stipulations. We don't really marry because we actually love the woman. It's stipulations that's involved, or whatever that happens, it causes in divorce, right? Come on.
Although family sociologists and demographers have known about these differences for some time, surprisingly, little research has attempted to explain them.
It said little research. Nobody really cares about the black family, bro. Little research. Nobody cares about us and what's going on in your. That's
just normal.
That's normal behavior for these people. It's a pattern. It's a pattern for them. They're gonna do what they do. Go ahead.
Figure 1 provides relevant data on divorce from 2002 National Survey of Family Growth. This figure shows the probability that a first marriage will end in divorce or separation within 15 years for 4 groups. Non-Hispanic whites, non-Hispanic blacks, Hispanics, and non-Hispanic Asians.
Boy, they have to put that non-Hispanic, don't they? They have to put that on there, right? Come on. No relations.
The probability of divorce for blacks is considerably higher than the probabilities for whites and Hispanics.
It says the probability of divorce for blacks is 0.55. 0.55 is considerably higher than the probabilities for whites and Hispanics, both 0.42. Go ahead.
The relatively low risk of divorce among Asians, 0.23, is a curious but little understood phenomenon.
So this happens in other communities, but ours is so drastic that it's a problem. Go down. It's a phenomenon. They're like, God damn. Go down. No, go down. No, it's not. Go down. Go down to page 7. Give me the second paragraph. I wasn't going to go through the chart, but we press it for time. I can't see it. There you go. Yeah, give me the second paragraph. Let's read through this right quick. Try to read it quick.
Yes, sir. The elevated level of divorce among African American couples can be attributed partly to economic factors.
So a lot of this happened through economic factors. We live in poverty. We don't get paid what we deserve. Last hired, first fired, right? Inferior schooling and health care. We at the bottom. So economic factors does happen even when you make money. you still have these issues. We're not in the same bracket as when whites, Asians, East Indians at all. We're not in the same bracket. They don't have these issues. But go ahead, keep reading.
A large research literature suggests that economic hardship undermines marital quality and stability.
Ooh, it says a large research, when they did research the stuff, literature suggests that economic hardship undermines marital quality and stability. Come on.
Stability, and despite the emergence of a well-educated black middle class in recent decades, African Americans contribute to lag behind Caucasians in earnings and wealth accumulation.
Now, are we not going for the same job? I know it's black posters that work with the white people. Right. Same degrees, but we still lag behind them financially. What's happening now? What is the black woman requiring of the man today? They don't bring shit to the table, excuse my language. But then again, you gotta make $100,000, $200,000 a year, $500,000. Right. But you ain't did nothing. They tell me I'm the table. How? How? What do you bring to the table? But now it's under conditions now to marry. It's conditioned. You gotta have this, and that for me to be with you. Black men, everything is revolved around a condition of how we deal with the black woman. That's out of order. White folks don't deal like that. Asians don't deal like that. But we do. Read on.
African Americans continue to lag behind Caucasian in earnings and wealth accumulation. Bringing about economic equality between the races will require broad interventions at a social level, such as policies to increase the number of jobs, job training programs, and assistance with higher education expenses.
Jump down to where it says in addition to income. So contrary to, in addition to income.
In addition to income, the current analysis revealed that childhood family structure is a part of the explanation for the elevated rate of divorce among African Americans. African Americans are more likely than Caucasians to experience parental
Hold on, you went too far up. There you go.
divorce while growing up.
Parental divorce, growing up. Look, check this out. Come on.
In addition, blacks are more likely than whites to have been born to single mothers.
Blacks are more likely than whites to have been born to single mothers. Who's raising our kids? Single mothers. Single mothers. What are the results? High crime. We fill up the prison system. More kids out of wedlock. All these drug dealers. All these results, yeah. These emotional basketball and football players, they make all this money, don't do nothing for the community. Right. They go out and knock up porn stars. Have seeds with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell is wrong with our people, bro?
I was looking at a basketball player the other day. He was saying that a lot of them don't even speak to each other in the locker room.
No.
He had a guy who, they had a guy say, I can't remember his name. He said he was right next to Kobe. He said Kobe didn't talk to him since he got with the team. He never talked to him. Never said good morning, never said nothing.
Kobe, Michael Jordan, everybody had issues with them. You know what I mean? They love the game so much, they said, the hell with y'all. I want to be the top dog. The hell with you niggas.
But to go to show what you're saying, they don't even see the state. Like, even at that level, they don't even see that's damaging.
They don't even see, they don't care.
Right.
They don't care of the state. Go back to it. We got a little bit more to read, and we're going to go to it.
Consequently, they are less likely than whites to have been exposed to positive models of marital functioning as children.
Hold on, read that again. My bad. Sorry. Consequently, go ahead.
Consequently, they are less likely than whites to have been exposed
come on,
to positive models of marital functioning as children.
So we don't even have a functional marriage to see, because it's been patterns put out for us to do what? Divorce or not even deal with the mama. Have a baby by somebody. I'm gonna go do my thing. She gonna raise the kids. It's a cycle. Pattern means cycle. It's a, we don't have any, go back to it. Go back, no, you ain't gotta go back to it. It says, less likely than whites to have been exposed to positive models of marital functioning as children. Exposed to it. You know what I mean? They don't have any of that. But white folks, they see grandma, grandpa, their sibling, their parents' siblings is married. Right. Then their parents is married. You know what I mean? They all come from dual parent households, and they all stick together. Same thing for Asians. Same thing for East Indians. But when it comes to us, we don't live like that, and it destroys our community. All right? It destroys us. All right, next. I'm in the wrong spot.
Can I get a quick?
No, go ahead. Mama.
Let me get Isaiah 33:6. This is showing you how sin is detrimental to our community. The only thing that's going to clean up the minds of our people is the laws of God. Give me that.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 33 and verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time.
So wisdom and knowledge, the knowledge of God, the commandments of God, applying that to our lives, applying that to our communities is the only thing that's going to change the minds of our people. All right, to get married, to have that stable life, have the sisters not looking for dudes that's rich, looking for stability. The stability is in the laws of God.
Right. Now, give me Matthew's. What did Christ say about divorce? We're not supposed to be divorcing our women unless it's due a fornication, right? Go to Matthew 19. If we kept this, let's imagine where our household, where our community would be if we kept the laws of God. See, the laws of God is what intervenes into our crisis. These are the things that we need to better our community, right? The commandments. So if we follow them, we ain't gotta deal with some of these issues. Go ahead.
The book of Matthew, chapter 19 and verse 7. They say unto him, why did Moses command to give a writing of divorcement and to put her away? He saith unto them, Moses, because of the hardness of your hearts, suffered you to put away your wives.
Moses suffered you to put away your wives because they was bugging back then. Bugging out. Right? Come on.
But from the beginning, it was not so.
But from the beginning, divorce was not so. You're not supposed to divorce. What's wrong with you? Because why? They was divorcing the women for anything. Oh, your toenail fell off. Oh, I got to get rid of you.
Mics, everybody complaining about the mics saying it's low.
It's low? Hey, y'all turn it up. Turn the mic up. Turn the mic up. Turn the mic up. Read it again.
Verse 8. He said saith unto them, Moses, because of the hardness of your hearts, suffered you to put away your wives. But from the beginning it was not so.
From the beginning it was not so. Come on.
And I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife,
if you put away your wife, come on,
except it be for fornication, and shall marry another, committeth adultery.
So it's a lot of adultery happening in our community. Because a lot of these, you divorcing these sisters or you're divorcing your husband for other things, right? Or whatever the case, because you know the black woman is committing the divorce before the men now. Right. They're the one divorcing, they're filing for divorce more than the men. Right. And why? It's due to contingency plan. What he's not doing this for me. Right. Let me financially. You know what I'm saying? He ain't doing this for me financially. He ain't hitting it like he was when we was in our 20s. You know what I'm saying? We 45, 50 years old. Dumb stuff.
Got a beer belly now.
Right. Oh, he didn't gain weight. I got to get rid of him. I'm in the gym. He got to, you know what I'm saying?
Cap.
Dumb stuff.
The biggest one, he doesn't appreciate me.
He doesn't listen to me. He don't listen. Girl, shut up.
Hey, Cap.
Right.
Cap, can I get a scripture real quick?
Yeah, let me finish this.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
And whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication, and shall marry another, committeth adultery.
Come on.
And whoso marrieth her which is put away, doth commit adultery.
And this wasn't this something that just Christ just made up. This is a commandment. We're not supposed to be divorcing. You figure it out. You get through it. You get through these tough times and these hardships in marriage, those mysteries in marriage. You get through it. Because look how it affects your children. Right? We're seeing it in our community, these single parent households. These kids is running wicked as ever. They're destroying the earth right now. Right? Go ahead, Daniela. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Give me Sirach 25:1, just to go along with what you're saying. Because we don't take time in building our marriage. We don't think about the integrity. We don't think about the effects that we have dealing with our people. Give me that, Sirach 25:1.
The book of Sirach, chapter 25 and verse 1. And 3 things I was beautified, and stood up beautiful both before God and men. The unity of brethren.
The unity of brethren. See, we're talking about marriage, but all this goes hand in hand. Read.
The unity of brethren, the love of neighbors, a man and a wife that agree together.
A man and a wife that agrees together. We're coming out of the world with this polluted mindset, this toxic mindset. We have to build. The roles are switched. Excuse me. The roles have been switched. Everything has been turned. It's turning back in this righteous place, and we have to build upon that. So what's beautiful in the sight of the Lord is a man and a woman agreeing together. That's it on that.
And it goes back to what you were saying, Cap, about the broken home. A lot of people growing up with single mothers, they haven't seen a father, so they don't know how to be a father. The mother don't know how to be a mother.
The exposure.
So the problems. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's problems. Right. That's what you call it, a crisis. That's what the word you use?
Crisis?
Crisis.
Abnormal.
That's the word I'm looking for. Abnormal. That's abnormal. That's not. You're supposed to grow up with older men to show you, hey, that's not what you're supposed to do. Slap you on your ass. That's not what you're supposed to do. Go that way, not that way. But we don't have that in our communities.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. We don't have that. And it says that we're less likely to have those models of functioning, successful relationships, right? A lot of these people are being raised by their grandparents. They've already raised the kids, you know what I mean? They're getting raised by a single parent grandma. Grandpa ain't even there in the damn household. You know what I'm saying? So that divorce is something that's running rapid in our community. And the white man knows that this is a detriment to our community. Simple things like that. We don't think about divorce as a crisis, but it is. All right? All right, give me one of the videos. Now, we mentioned slavery, right? We mentioned slavery has been detrimental to us on what we had to come through. I really don't want to go, well, we pressing for time. But it does play a heavy deal. Go to the first video of what we've seen. Look at the traumas that we've seen, bro. The show flicks, the Butler. Give me the Butler one. There you go. This is what we
take a picture of y'all. Why don't everybody smile? See.
Patty, come on. I need your help with shit. Come on.
Where you taking us?
Get back to work. Cecil, come back here, boy. Come here.
Look at what happened.
Look at me, boy. Don't you lose your temper with that man. It's his world. We just living in it. You hear me? Now get on back to work.
Pop, what you gonna do?
Hey.
Now, imagine the trauma. Now, the black woman is going to the white man willingly.
Right.
Now, it went from come here, you ain't got no choice, you in slavery. Now the black woman is going to the white man on their own. So just imagine the effects of what happened then. It's happening the same way now, right? Where they respect, well, that's not respect, but the black man got put to death for even, listen, for one, we say we will do something, but in that particular moment, in that particular way, that was normal for that to happen to our people. You know what I'm saying? Oh, no, this is a man's wife. You know what I mean? Or whatever the case may be. We was normal in seeing stuff like that. So just imagine growing up, oh, that's Mr. He gonna do this, you do what you do. Just imagine how that affect the family back then. So now, we're willingly, but that was through constraint. Now we're willingly to allow stuff like that to happen in our neighborhoods. And that's out of order. We've grown to love evil, right? Some of the next things, I want to get through this real quick, so I'm gonna have to jump around. Let's go through crime. Crime. You know, the crime that's going through in our community, the communication behind it. I want to go through that. Give me that video about how the brother said rap music is detrimental to the community. Now, this right here is what's going on right now. Like, this is happening every day. This is abnormal behavior. The things that we're listening to and implanting in our mind, these young kids, all they know is murder. All they know is selling dope. All they know is getting a bag. That's all they know.
And doing drugs.
And they doing drugs.
That sounds like crisis music.
That is a crisis, bro. That's abnormal behavior music.
Normal music.
These are things that's not supposed to be involved in our community. Things like this. Watch that video.
What does rap music promote? At least one of four things: promiscuity, violence, drugs, or rebelling against authority figures. That's what we're promoting. That's what we're willingly putting in our ears. That's what we're letting our children listen to. This is what we advocate for. Oh, it's just music. It's just art. This art is tearing our community apart because the stuff we promote in this daggone art is absolutely detrimental to the black community.
Detrimental. That is absolutely detrimental detrimental.
I thought you was making a new word. I'll let you have it.
I understood you.
I know y'all.
Bring
y'all
it out,
understood exactly.
I know what you was trying to. I know what you were trying to say. I know what you were trying to say.
Hey man, you rubbing off on me, man. But
What?
all praises. Detrimental to our community. The things that we listening to is heavy. That's why the guy put this in the Bible. Give me evil communication. Evil communication. Evil communication. You got it?
Yes, sir. The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 33. Be not deceived. Evil communications corrupt good manners.
It said evil communication corrupts good manners. This music is creating horrible manners, abnormal manners. That's what's happening right now. Like the communication, the stuff. And listen, these rappers know, they've even said it. I know that my music is a detriment to the community. But the bag I'm getting, nigga, I can't stop. I can't stop doing it. And that's what they're doing. They're throwing money out to our people. I see little girls dancing, hands on your knees. It's about 20 little girls twerking and popping ass. And they mamas do the same thing. They playing the music all day in the car. They playing the music at home. They playing the music everywhere, and they playing the music in the damn church. They playing the same thing, walking out. Ain't no difference. Same thing keeps on going. Just imagine, when you hearing something over and over and over again, you become what you listening to. You become it. right? Give me that next video. So this music has been detrimental to our community. It's destroying it. And you even got these older men and women listening to this music, trying to be relevant. Go ahead, go to the next one.
You study today, black culture is trash. Ain't nothing positive about black culture. We're not highlighting spelling bee winners. We don't talk about the newest black business that's doing good. When you go on social media, you look at some of the most trending videos and trending topics. It ain't black empowerment. It ain't uplifting black people. When you look at our movies, we ain't got no black heroes. Black culture has black propaganda. Hitler used propaganda to get the Germans to turn on the Jews. We use propaganda for our culture. We propagate pimps, gangsters, killers, womanizers, robbers, deceit, being unfaithful. We got some propaganda, homie, that's brainwashing.
Listen, some of y'all might not, he be saying some off stuff sometimes, some crazy stuff. But sometimes Charleston White,
He be on point.
be saying some heavy stuff.
He's just an ignorant Negro.
We promote evil, but we don't promote anything positive of our people. That's why it's hard for businesses to grow in our communities. We don't support one another. It's hard for us to promote marriage in our community. We like being ratchet and baby mama. We like the words and terms of being a baby mama and a baby daddy. We love those terms. We love the toxicity. I gotta, did I say that right, y'all?
Yeah, that was right.
The toxicity of all of these things. Toxic relationships. I mean, if he ain't checking me, I'm gonna go off so he can check me so I can feel safe. Like, why do you need to do that? Right. That's slave stuff. That's what the slave master did to your behind. Now you want it in your relationship, right? Playing mind games with your spouse. Ain't nobody got time for this stuff, right? It's propaganda on our community. And what does it do? We lead the community in murder. All this stuff consists of evil and murder, right? Go to that article. I think you posted murder in the black community.
Hey, Cat, why they get that article? Let's speak on something real quick. This is on the lines of the scripture, Matthew 24:12, where it says, "And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold." And we're talking about music. We're talking about our communities. We didn't start off like that. We talked about love. We talked about, building up the communities. That's how rap music started, right? But now we're talking about killing one another. We're talking about, sleeping from woman to woman to woman, man to man, right? Since the iniquity is abound, our love has waxed cold for one another. We have to change, people.
Go ahead. You got the deal pulled up? Go down to abstract. All right, go ahead. Look, check this out, and I'm gonna show you something heavy right after this. All right. So this is the abstract of this article. All right. We just had to get like a insert of it. But check this out, and then we're going to reveal something after this and show you how heavy this is, because a lot of this is happening because of the music that we are listening to. What's being pumped out. And guess who owns all of the music companies? Amalek. These so-called, I ain't even going to call them that. Your name is Amalek, damn it. You know who you are. The hell with you. I ain't calling you no damn Jewish. What the hell? You ain't got no parts of it. You are Amalek. Go ahead. Let's read this. Read this all the way down to where it says statistic. Go ahead.
Today, homicide is the leading cause of death among young black men.
It's the what?
Leading cause of death among young black men.
Is this happening by osmosis? We just see one another like, hey, nigga, what's up? I want to kill you today. Pow. No. They're talking about, hey, listen, man, I got the blicky. I'm about to do this, this, and that. Every song is about shooting one another. Every last Negroes ain't never lived in the hood talking about shooting a nigga. This is what's gained them credibility gain him an audience of white men saying, oh, you know what? He has talent. Let's put some money in his pockets so he can continue to spew this bull crap to his neighborhood. What the white dude said on Breakfast Club, he said, I got a family. I got mouths to feed. They know that they doing this. They can give us money and we'll do whatever. Go ahead, go back and read it.
Today, homicide is the leading cause of death among young black men and contributes significantly to the shortened lifespan of the black male.
Oh, man, come on.
In about 80 to 90% of the cases, the black victim was likely killed by another black.
Oh, man.
And about 52% of the murder victims were acquainted with their assailant.
Uh-huh, come on. Come on.
Just as we accept that...
Yeah, they knew the person. Go on.
Just as we accept that suicide victims are psychologically impaired, we must acknowledge that a murderer is similarly impaired.
Why? Because it's a lot of stuff they going through in the neighborhoods. A lot of trauma. Being raised by your daddy not being in your life, it's a majority of the trauma. Dad not there to be able to show me the way. That's trauma. Then drugs get put in. Who created these damn drugs? It ain't us. We ain't in the lab bringing these drugs. But you put drugs in our neighborhoods, and you put us, and now we in poverty, we at the bottom. This is a way for us to have income. I'm going to sell this to my own people because these are people I know. It ain't just you shooting bang bang. Drugs is murdering our people too. Right? Come on. And we're going to get into the drug epidemic and all that. Go ahead.
Hey, with the murder cap, you know it just rolls off the tongue and we all grew up with? I wish a nigga would.
I wish a nigga would.
We don't say that about no other race, but I wish a nigga would. Right. He gonna find out today.
Right. But you won't even go into Nichols Hills. You won't go into where all the money is. You scared to go over there. You ain't willing to knock an old woman across her head. Old white woman across her head.
That's what I would say.
Old white woman. But you'll do that to your own people. You'll rob your own people. I remember in New York, they showed a video where a girl walked out, bought some shoes. A girl walked out of the store, and about 15 young black men beat the dog snot of her and took her stuff. Stomped her up. And these are boys. Stomp out a girl for a Jordan. One pair of shoes. What the hell is wrong with these? That's the most effeminate thing that you can do.
You remember the old man with they beat the little kids beat the old man with the cone in Philly?
Oh yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
The old man, he was like in his 80s. Just beat him, bro.
For no reason.
For no reason. He was just walking down the street.
Charges to the game.
Yep. Go ahead. Just I want to. Hey, listen. What Boondock said, he said, I want to do hood rat things. That's in him. He's like, I see it on TV. I want to be involved in that because it seemed like it's fun to me. It's fun. My friends is doing it. I want to get involved in this. People, young kids that probably was raised right is getting influenced by these people. You know what I mean? I want to be cool. They live in a good neighborhood and all that. They want to go to the east side and go chill so they can feel dangerous, feel included with what other people's going through. That's crazy, bro. Come on, read on.
Just as we accept that suicide victims are psychologically impaired, we must acknowledge that a murderer is similarly impaired, and blacks, for both environmental and political reasons, are likely to reflect emotional predispositions.
Oh, man.
That allow them to more readily become a homicide statistic.
Yep. So just imagine how this affects us. Give me Hosea 4:1. Hosea 4:1. And we're going to read down. Hosea.
I got it.
You got it?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
The book of Hosea, chapter 4 and verse 1. Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. For the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land.
It said there's no truth, no mercy, and no knowledge of God in the land. It's none of that in our community. None of that is in our community whatsoever. There's no mercy. It's none of that. Oh, he wronged you, so hey, bro, you know what you got to do. You got to stand on business. You got to go make that happen. You have an issue with one person, he go and kill your mama, your daddy, your kids, go to shoot the whole block up that had nothing to do with your issue. Minor stuff. Negroes going to jail for $3. Nigga, you owe me money. You know what I'm saying? There's no mercy. Read it again. Go ahead.
Nor mercy nor knowledge of God in the land. By swearing and lying.
By swearing and lying. Our people are good to do that. Come on.
And killing and stealing and committing adultery.
And committing adultery.
They break out and blood toucheth blood.
They break out and blood touches blood. We kill one another behind this. These are the characteristics these are the abnormal activities and characteristics that we've inherited since we've been in slavery. We have removed ourselves from being that peculiar people, God's chosen, that special people that we're supposed to be acting like, right? Come on.
Verse 3. Therefore shall the land mourn, and every one that dwelleth therein shall languish.
Ain't our communities mourning? We tired of seeing Pookie and Ray Ray's dead. I go to work. These young single mothers go to work, come back. They sons is dead. It was a woman that said 3 of her sons died back to back through gun violence. She lost all of her kids through gun violence back to back, simultaneously.
5 of them.
Was it 5?
5 in New Orleans. It was 5 kids.
Bro, that's happening every day. People, we are losing lives for no reason. Go ahead.
Therefore shall the land mourn, and every one that dwelleth therein shall languish, with the beasts of the field, and with the fowls of heaven. Yea, the fishes of the sea also shall be taken away.
Jump down to verse 6.
Verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Come on.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
The reason why we are in these situations is because we reject knowledge. That's why we going out into the streets and teaching our people the commandments and being that example that the commandments is portraying for us. That's right. Right? We are the results of what the commandments is saying that we need to do. This is why our community needs us. Right. We're the black men standing up saying, hey, listen, you know what? I'm tired of this. Right. We're gonna go out here and teach our people the Bible. We're gonna quit playing games, and we're gonna do thus saith the Lord, because we tried everything else. We've tried everything else. Christianity didn't do anything. Islam ain't done nothing. None of these religions have done anything. It made us worse. It made us wax worse. Come on.
I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God.
We've forgotten the law of God. Come on.
I will also forget thy children.
And he forgot us because he left us there. He said, you know what? I'm going to let y'all destroy yourselves for a little bit, because y'all don't want to listen to what I'm telling you. Y'all don't want to listen to the foundation of how to live. Y'all don't want to listen to the commandments at all. So, okay, I'm going to laugh at your calamity. Give me Proverbs 1 anyway. Give me Proverbs 1. Start at verse 7. Read down to verse 16. Proverbs chapter 1, verse 7.
The book of Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 7. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. But fools despise wisdom and instruction.
Negroes. You could substitute fool for a Negro. We hate knowledge. We hate it. We don't want to listen to nothing a Negro got to say that sounds important. Nigga, if it ain't drugs, nigga, it ain't about getting to the bag or sex or anything like that, I don't want to hear it and I don't want to talk about it. Right? But what about the white man, though? What about the white man?
They love the white man.
They love, even a hood nigga love the white man.
Love the white man.
He hate the cops. He hate one time, but I love the white man. What about the white man?
That's the point I was making earlier when you was bringing out all them definitions. You was bringing out them definitions, And these people know, they know you in this state.
Absolutely.
They know, and they don't give a damn, and you want to go to them for help. They're the ones who came up with these words. This is the English language. They made it up.
Yeah, we want for a nation that can't save us.
Right.
Yep, absolutely. Go ahead.
Verse 8. My son, hear the instruction of thy father,
Come on.
and forsake not the law of thy mother. For they shall be an ornament of grace unto thy head, and chains about thy neck.
Come on.
My son, if sinners entice thee,
If sinners entice you,
consent thou not.
don't consider it. When is these young black men to say, you know what? Nah, I ain't doing that. They doing that ratchet stuff over there. Nah, I'm cool. But this is how a lot of people go. A good kid could go to prison for the rest of his life. A kid that was brought up right, being around the wrong crowd at the wrong time, can lose his life forever. Right? Not necessarily you getting shot and killed, but now you've done something. You've been involved or accomplished in something that now you got to pay with time. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 11. If they say, come with us, let us lay wait for blood.
Hey, listen, we finna go hit the dime on. Let's go over here on the block. We over at the block. We finna run down these niggas. Right. That's the Bible telling us our characteristics, bro. He's telling us exactly what we're doing, the abnormal behavior that we're getting ourselves involved in. All these young boys, listen, this is why I be on people about their kids. We gotta watch out for your babies, even in this truth. You know why? Because they go to school and they start to look just like the young boys that's committing these crimes. They come home, they want the hoodie, they want the ski mask that covered everything up with their mouth. You know, all they do is got their eyes going. They got the same tight, skinny jeans with the slides. Right. Everything. Listen, your kid that you say that's keeping the commandments, you see him on Saturday, or he got friends on, but when he go to school, he's being convinced and influenced. All the kids dress like this. Now realizing your kid can be that mistake walking down the street with a certain hoodie on his head and all of that stuff, and they mistake you from somebody else and get killed.
Remember that happened when we was out passing out flyers?
Yeah.
Remember that boy got killed?
Yeah.
And they said that he wasn't even, just the result of him living in that neighborhood. And you're going to be friends with people. You know what I'm saying?
Out of all of them, he was the good kid.
He was the good kid. That was like, he wasn't, even the kids that was around, it was like, he wasn't with us. He wasn't like that.
He wasn't like that, but he was at the wrong place at the wrong time. And we just gave the young man a flyer.
Right.
Not even 3 to 5 minutes, we walk off, all we hear is gunshot, and that kid was gunned down in the middle of the street in the neighborhood.
Right.
People witnessed it and everything. This is what's happening in our community, bro.
Broad daylight.
Broad daylight. This is like 1:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Broad, it's in the peak of the day, of the sun is out. Kid did not give a damn. They came, shot the kid up, hopped in an Uber.
Uber.
They let you know they planned it out. They had an Uber already waiting. Uber was already waiting. The Uber dude somehow was recording. I don't even know how he knew what was going on, but he knew it. The Uber guy, white man, blew the spot up. Because we thought it was somebody else, right?
Well, a lot of Ubers, they record.
The Uber was like, something ain't right, calling the police while they talking in the back. They stupid asses didn't even know that he was on the phone with the police. That's how they got caught up. If not, we would have never known who did it.
And that goes back to the statistics that
They knew
these
that
were
person.
acquaintances.
They knew each other.
Right.
They knew each other. Right?
And it shows how dumb we are. You got an Uber to commit a murder.
They
We
thought
just dumb, bro.
They thought it was going to get in and get out. You didn't hear no ski skirt. No,
Bruh,
none of that.
your
bro.
name is attached to the Uber.
But these kids are sick.
They picked him up at the crime scene.
But listen.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. But the dang Uber is accomplished now. But think about it. These kids are 16, 17 years old, and they think what they're doing. So for you to call an Uber, that means you've done some of this before. Yep. And you ain't got away with it. So that means it's in them. It's in them to do evil. Right? Read on.
Verse 11. If they say, come with us, let us wait for blood. Let us look privily for the innocent without cause.
That's what happens. A lot of people, you get into your vehicle, they come, like I've been seeing a lot of people at the gas station. They pumping gas, man, like normal. Pumping gas. Somebody come up, rob you, or they come in the other side of the car, get in, drive off. Or they'll come, shoot you down, take your stuff. You know what I'm saying? And these people are innocent. They ain't got nothing to do with no crime. They just want to get some gas so they can get where they going. Our people is involved in so much evil. Go ahead.
Verse 12. Let us swallow them up alive as the grave, and whole as those that go down into the pit.
Come on.
We shall find all precious substance. We shall fill our houses with spoil. Cast in thy lot.
Oh, jump down to verse 15. I'm sorry.
Verse 15. My son, walk not thou in the way with them.
It said, walk not in the way of them. Don't walk in those ways. My son, and he's talking about us. My son, don't walk in those ways. Come on.
Refrain thy foot from their path.
Refrain your foot. Turn away. Get away from them people. They are nothing but going to be detrimental to your life. Either you're going to get killed, or you're going to go to prison for the rest of your life. Right. All because you want to be included. You want to feel like you're tough. You want to feel like you fit in. It ain't worth it, brothers. This has been the music that we listening to has been detrimental. It has been a crisis in our community. Go ahead.
Cap, a lot of people say, like you said earlier, they were saying that it's just music. Music have affected us. And I'm going to show you how. Nope, we didn't used to wear tattoos in our face. We didn't used to wear tight jeans. That came all from the music. That came from the music. That's why the basketball players start wearing what they was wearing. And the white man was like, you ain't gonna bring that shit up in here. You ain't bringing that up in here. You gonna wear a suit over here. They understood.
They changed that. These Negroes they dressing like chicks.
They dressing, but it's gay. They allowing that stuff. They dressing in the tight pants, the dresses. They're allowing that. But I'm talking about when Aaron Iverson was.
He had them baggy jeans.
Yes, baggy jeans. The jerseys. There was like none of that. None of that no more.
Right.
You understand? They didn't want that.
Right. Absolutely. Now go to that Dave Chappelle video, and then we're gonna get into go back. Read that last verse 16.
Verse 16. For their feet run to evil.
What?
Their feet run to evil.
Our kids' feet run to evil. Even the parents run to evil. They like that toxic, that ratchet lifestyle.
It's for the ratchet.
They love it. They love to run. They think it's cool to go do drugs or go sell drugs and dope to your people. And then get on Instagram with the wad of money talking about, you know what I mean, spreading them out like a deck of cards. Not realizing that it destroyed communities. Back when the Black Panther Party was around, things was getting successful, right, for our community. They was feeding the community. They was cleaning up the community. I remember when Bishop Yawasat was talking about how they used to protect the park, run Negroes off, run the drug dealers off of the corners, right? Yep. And guess what? Kids was able to go out there and play and not have to worry about a bullet coming and shoot them. Those are the things that's supposed to be done, right? But now, they threw drugs in the community and it destroyed the whole community back then. Destroyed everything. Let's read it. Play that video of Dave Chappelle explaining.
I grew up.
Go ahead.
In the crack epidemic. I tell jokes about it. I grew up in the crack epidemic, and now there's an opioid epidemic. Are they treating the opioid epidemic the way that they treated the crack epidemic? Yeah. No, this is a national health emergency. When we were coming up, we were policed by the National Guard, addicts were criminals. Now they understand addicts are sick people. And maybe it's because the demographic of the opioid epidemic is not the same demographic of the crack epidemic.
Racially. We're talking about race.
Right, so now that your community is getting destroyed, is the whole nother ball game.
Right. So now, We went through all of this stuff and went through the effects. They dropped the drugs in our community, right? We destroyed ourselves over a year, at least the last 40 years, 30, 40 years, 50 years. We've been destroying ourselves through drugs. Now America's like, hold up. Now the opioids is coming down. Nigga, we gotta get a crack down on the crime now, all right? We gotta crack down the drugs. It's an epidemic now.
Just say no.
Because now their people is being involved in it. Right? It didn't matter when Negroes was killing themselves by themselves. Now the drug that's being evolved, as drugs are evolving, just like the weed that you smoking, right? The blue, the bubble gum, whatever, the perp and all that stuff. Negro, that's all synthetic drugs. Your dumb behind still trying to break it down. Negro, in some places it's legal and you still think you tough smoking weed. When it was illegal, I'll say, okay, I get it. You smoking weed. You illegal, right? You cool. Nigga, it's illegal now. It's legal now. You ain't cool no more smoking weed.
You just a drug addict.
You just a damn drug addict.
In a crisis.
Yeah, like ain't nothing cool about it no more. Stop it. Right? Well, people can't go without smoking weed. All day they rolling blunts trying to escape from society. See, white folks do it because it's recreational. They do these opioids so they can just feel a certain way and all that, right? But black folks is doing it because they trying to run from something. They trying to run from different things that they've been encountered in life. These patterns that's been incorporated in our communities that we are a system to, right? So we go to drugs, we go to sex, we go to all these things, right? This music is going into that as well. The music goes into drugs, murder, and the exploitation of our women through sex. Yes, sir?
Yeah, I got a scripture for what you just brought out. Give me Jeremiah 30 and start at verse 12. Check this out. It's going back to what you're saying. Since I seen that video right there, that's heavy. That is heavy. Jeremiah 30 and start at verse 12.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 30 and verse 12. For thus saith the Lord, thy bruise is incurable.
Nobody can cure us. No nation can cure us. Nobody can cure us. Read.
And thy wound is grievous.
And our wound is grievous. It's grievous. It's very heavy. Read.
There is none to plead thy cause.
There's none to plead thy cause. You can't vote your way out of this. You can't shoot your way out of this. Read.
That thou mayest be bound up. Thou hast no healing medicines.
Thou hast no healing medicines. We trying to look for every medicine outside of God. Every solution outside of God. We trying to find everything outside of the word of God. Read.
Verse 14. All thy lovers have forgotten thee.
The so-called white man has forgotten you. He know what you in. He like, I don't care about them. That's why Dave Chappelle said, now it's on your side of the fence. Now it's an epidemic. Now it's a problem. Read.
They seek thee not.
They what?
They seek thee not.
They seek thee not. They just roll by. They see, this is the hood. They come and don't they do that in Chicago? They got them tours. Yeah, this is where King Von died at. They do tours in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? On O Block. They got tours for O Block. The white man come and get in the tour bus and they talk about the O Block.
And the white man is the safest person on
O Block. You know what I'm saying? You better not go in there, man. You got to have 5,000 men with you. Read.
They seek thee not. For I have wounded thee with the wound of an enemy.
He said, I have wounded thee with a wound of an enemy. Our enemies have done this, and God allowed this. Because we want to trust our enemies. We love our enemies. Read.
With the chastisement of a cruel one. For the multitude of thine iniquity.
That's that music. You understand? We don't even realize that Amalek is behind this whole thing. You said it earlier. With that video with what's his name? The nasty video with the gay dude, Nas X, Little Nas X, right? Read.
For the multitude of thine iniquity.
For the what?
For the multitude of thine iniquity.
Because of our sins. That's the problem. Like you said earlier, how a woman gonna divorce her man because I'm just tired, outgrown him. That's your husband. How you gonna outgrow your husband? I just don't feel the same no more.
It's influenced by society right now.
Mm-hmm.
Instagram, Facebook,
Hot girl summer.
Real Atlanta Housewives.
Mm-hmm.
All this is promoting these older women to act like that. Let me get to these videos right quick. You done with that? I gotta get to these videos. Now, another crisis is Christianity. No, religion, right? Now, go to the one where it says African American, fake white Jesus and all that. And this is some of the abnormal behavior.
The Baptist Church, Yuri, what year did that Baptist religion garbage start?
1608.
We was in slavery in 1608. Yuri, when did the Mormon religion start?
1830.
We was in slavery in 1830. Yuri, when did that damn Jehovah, what is that, Seventh-day Disadvantage start?
1863.
We was just being emancipated, okay, when he still was whipping our backs. Couldn't read, couldn't write. And when did the damn Jehovah Witness start?
1872.
We was under Jim Crow and black codes. Come on. And that next one, the Pentecost, when that start?
1901.
We was under Jim Crow laws. So what the hell are you Christians talking about? None of these religions pertain to our people. They hated us, despised us then, as they despise us now.
Oh, you scared to death, Negroes.
That's what I'm talking about, Bishop. Bring it out. All these religions right here are destroying our community because these churches is in the black community, black, Hispanic, and Native American communities, right? But what are they fixing? Not a damn thing. They're not fixing anything in our community. They are prolonging the situation. They are keeping us in sin, as we went through last night about Christianity. The church is the same exact way when you leave outside of it. Mm-hmm. Same things is going on, right? Same exact things. Go to the next video. We got a couple more. We're going to have to close out. I have a lot more. No, take his ass off. I don't want him. Go to the Islam with Captain and Messiah at camp. And then we're going to go to the bishop. So, since they cut us off and we had to stop.
You got to do part 2 of this, bro.
We had to stop. I have a lot to cover as far as things that are being the crisis that involves our abnormal behavior. We have went contrary to what we are supposed to be like, how we supposed to walk on this earth. All right? All the things we're going through is abnormal. It's not right. Yeah, get that one.
Islam is not the way of the black man.
That's right.
That's the Arabs' religion.
Right.
Right now, Arabs have black people in slavery in Mauritania, Libya,
right.
Saudi Arabia.
Right.
Am I right or am I wrong? Because Muhammad was also a slave driver, was he not? You know these things, sir? Come on. Because guess what, brother? I want you to think about that. That's why you call yourself Kareem. Because when we take on false religions by other nations, we begin empathizing and integrating with those people that gave us that religion. Am I right or am I wrong, sir? Yes. Yes, sir. Now, your plight becomes the plight of the Arab man becomes your plight. You start caring more about the Arabs than you do yourself. When we're into Catholicism and Baptists, we start caring more about white people than we care about each other. Right. I want you to think about that.
Bro, that's heavy. Because when we out there teaching our people the commandments of God, how to come out of these situations, how to come out of this crisis, they say, what about the white man? They don't ask about the Arab. They don't ask about the Chinese. What about our oppressor, though? Why they can't be involved in something that's great? Why they can't be involved in being God's chosen people? Because damn it, they not. Right. They wasn't meant to be. But that's heavy that we so toe up in the mind that we got to go and involve other people. And that happens through religion. Religion has been the catalyst of that. All right? Go to the next video, and we're going to get a scripture. We're going to close out.
even in Islam.
Yeah, that's it. What's going on?
We have no place. Then I had to research both Christianity and Islam, and I realized those were the two bloodiest religions on the earth.
Facts.
Those two religions did more damage to black people than anything. Islam came first. Mecca, the largest slave port, they murdered us, castrated us, forced us to worship Allah. That's what they did. Then Christianity followed behind, the transatlantic slave trade. They beat us, castrated us as well, raped our mothers and fathers, and forced us to worship a God that does not look like us, a European God.
And that's why they empathize, like Cap was saying, they empathize with the other nation, but won't empathize with ourselves. Bro, we have an identity crisis, bro. Period. Something wrong with us, bro. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64. And this was caused by our sins. And the Most High said, you know what? I'm going to put these curses on you because you've committed this. So I'm going to put this crisis on you because I told you don't do this. I told you to keep the commandments, but you went away from it. Now you in what you in. Now you got to get yourself out of it by keeping the commandments. Ain't no way around it, bro. Ain't no way around not keeping the commandments. Go to 64. You got it?
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 64.
Come on.
And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other.
Come on.
And there shalt thou serve.
You should what?
And there shalt thou serve other gods.
That's been our problem. We've been serving other gods. We haven't been serving the true God that gave us the laws, statutes, and commandments. All right, come on.
Which neither thou nor thy fathers have known.
So we're going to serve gods that our forefathers didn't know. We're going to be involved in religions that our forefathers had no clue about. Come on.
Even wood and stone.
Even Christianity and Islam. That's what wood and stone represent. Come on.
Verse 65. And among these nations shalt thou find no ease.
And through this, over time in religion, through slavery and all these other things, we're going to have no ease. Everything is going to be hard for us. No matter where we go to UK, it's hard for us. We go to Asia, they treat us bad, right? Because we got people that's over there, right? Korea, all these different places, we're treated a certain way. Come on.
Neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest.
We have no rest. Come on.
But the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart.
A trembling heart because we don't know what's going on. We don't know if we're going to see our kids when we come back home. We don't know what the outcome is every day. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
And failing of eyes. And sorrow of mind.
And sorrow of mind. This is why we go to drugs. This is why we take that. We want to be high out of our minds to escape from what society have put upon us. Come on.
Verse 66.
Come on.
And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee.
And don't our lives hang in doubt? Right. We're number one in murder, and we're number one in suicide. So we're number one in alcoholism. We're number one in all of this stuff, right? Even not only just drugs, through sex. We try to over-sexualize ourselves to feel better. Everything we're doing to try to feel better, we're using something outside of the Bible. And that's why it's not working. Come on.
And thou shalt fear day and night.
We fear day and night because when we see a police roll up, we got everything in check. We ain't riding dirty. We got a tag. You know what I'm saying? The tag ain't just next year. You got a new tag. All your lights is on. You know what I'm saying? You got insurance. But when a police officer pull behind you, you are in fear of your life. That's terrible. Or when you driving, you riding around, or you stop at a store, you see some Negroes hanging out in the front of the store, you don't know what's going to happen. Our lives hanging down, right? Come on.
And shall have none assurance of thy life. In the morning thou shalt say, would God it were even.
I wish it was even.
And at even thou shalt say, "Would God it were morning."
That's that. No, he's like, I wish it was morning. Like you wish the day would
You
just
ain't
get
comfortable.
over.
You just
you
ain't-
you uncomfortable. You want the day to be over. Like, damn it, I don't want to go to this no more. Right? Come on.
For the fear of thine heart wherewith thou shalt fear,
Uh-huh.
and for the sight of thine eyes which thou shalt see.
Come on.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So that's what happened when he brought us on ships. These things above is what happened once when we was dropped off in these different locations. We started to go away from our ways to going into our oppressor's ways. And now they put us in this big matrix for us to destroy ourselves. Right? We are the progenitor of the crisis that we live in. The Most High used Esau to basically build it around us, right? He put the other nations against us. So, for punishment, for punishment. So now we under these other nations, we under the foot of the other nations when we're supposed to be on high. And we've taken their ways and we've lost our natural state, our natural ways. We got to come out of it, all right? So my time is up. I got a lot that I want to go through. I couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? A lot, all right? I thought I was going to be able to get through it, but they shut it down, and it is what it is. So, babe, but listen, shalom. I thank y'all for tuning in. Sorry for the difficulties. Esau trying to shut us down. It is what it is, but damn it, you can't stop this work. You can't stop it, all right? Shalom, Most High in Christ bless. Look forward to the next class. Shalom.
Hey, on that next class, make sure y'all go to IUIC in the classroom 3. They shut us down, but we got another one. So stay tuned for the next class on IUIC in the classroom 3.
I wish I would have created that before I started class, but it's all good.
We was working on the cap.
It's all good.
But the word gonna go out.
It is what it is. That means we're doing what we're supposed to do.
Right.
Straight up. All right, shalom, Most High in Christ bless.
I'm on my seat in this way back, focus on nothing but healing. I'm only one out of a million, trying to speak life to the realest. We had our back against the ropes, now it's about time that they feel this. We in the street with the dealers, we in the street